Hey, what's going on, guys? This is TerrenceRe. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday, or even if you don't, maybe if you don't celebrate it, whatever you do, you or did over the past weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. We had the market back today. We didn't really get a lot of action as far as the S&P 500 goes. You're looking over here, the S&P futures were only down, about 12 handles. So it kind of, really stayed range bound. Now the Nasdaq, we did get a little movement in the Nasdaq, and that is mainly because of Tesla. The Nasdaq is down at the end of the market 1.5%, almost. And if you look, the Dow futures were actually green on the day, and the Russell futures were only down like 12 handles. But the Nasdaq took that hit because of Tesla. And if you're taking a look at my screen, Tesla is getting hammered right now. Um, Tesla was the darling a couple years ago, but it is no longer that. I'm gonna zoom out. Um, so we could take this level off right here. This guy, we can remove that. It bust through there. It did hang up a little bit. Then it's right here at this one. This is the last one, and it's there now. And I have a short-term Fibonacci extension that ends right at like 105. It says 104.75, but we're at 109. And I seen some other news that said that Tesla is the most oversold. Here it is right here. This is according to Market Watch. It says Tesla stock is the most oversold it has ever been. RSI indicator falls below 17 for the first time ever as stock suffers longest losing streak in more than 4 years. It's getting killed right now. And I've seen a lot of different news on it. I don't really think I just think it's all technical at this point. People just selling. Elon said that he wasn't going to sell any more shares, but it's too late now. Look at this. Look at the RSI right here. This is ridiculous. At the end of the market, it says 16 and a half, 16.5 as the market closed today. It was down 11% today. It went down $14. As you guys know, you probably seen I had a trade on it here. I still got it on. I'm done on it, as far as that goes. But I still got like 20, I think 23 days or something like that. So I'll stay in it. Give me some time. Maybe I'll get a bounce. We might get a bounce and get a little bit of the money back. But we'll see. Um, my own personal opinion, I ain't trying to catch this falling knife. Uh, once it gets through here, if it breaks through here, I'm already surprised that it's still falling. I mean, at some point you think that it'll pull back a little bit, but if it breaks through this level here, look, you got a whole. The next level is down here at like $65 or something, $70. You look over here, this is your next level. I call it 75. So, you know, I think it definitely can keep falling. Um, I wouldn't, to be honest with you, I'm sure they have. I think Unusual Wells keeps track of like buying and selling of like when the whales or the large traders. I wait to see one of them buy in. See one of them go buy in to the stock, then follow in. But right now, I mean, it's going straight down. So I I don't see. I did do a video about Tesla a long way when it was back here. I was calling it the next big short. So that video is in my archives. I may put the link in the description and you can see. But I did, and I have a bet with a buddy of mine that it was gonna end up down for the year, right? So you know how sometimes you make bets. And I do trust my technical analysis. I didn't know it was gonna go this far or this fast like it's doing now. So now let's take a look at I wanted to take a look at so China is easing COVID restrictions. So we got a pop in the Chinese ETF, the FTI. So I want to take a look at the FTI, because now what's going on is that the market is no longer going up every day. So when the market was going up every day, everybody looked like, as they say, bull market geniuses, because you could pick any stock, and any stock that you pick, the market would just go up. It doesn't mean you were good at technical analysis or fundamentals or stock picking. When the market goes up, then all the stocks go up. So now you really have to find winners, right? You got to look for them. And FXI, being a China large cap ETF, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm just gonna zoom out. Let's see. It's already on my 3-year chart. As you can see, let's just look. It's been trading down almost in like a channel. I'm gonna go up to this high, and we just gonna do it like that. Let me fix that up at the top. So as you can see there, and then if we take another trend line and we drew from here, and you can see that it's just been kind of trending down. I'm gonna try to tighten this one up here at the top. See that? And you can see like it's attempting to break out of this range right here. And you can see I have one already here where it broke out. And you can see where it's coming back and retesting this moving average here. And we got this big green day. It isn't overbought. So it does, in my opinion, it may have a little bit more room to run to the upside. We do have a gap up here at the top. So if you're trying to play China, there's your gap. We may get a feel of that gap. Come on, man. Come on. Let's see. I want to tighten this up. Come on. Right here. There we go. And so it's at 29 bucks. I will see the next resistance level is going to be right up here into this gap. So I'm looking for it to maybe possibly continue to run up till it hits overbought. And then I'll be looking for it to maybe pull back. I don't like stocks that are real gappy like this. Got a gap here, gap, gap, gap. Like I don't like, this is a gappy stock. You have gaps everywhere. So it ain't like something like Tesla where you only get a few gaps because it's a lot more liquid. I don't know how many. Let's see how many shares traded today. I mean, what that 59 million shares. So a lot of shares traded today. It is very liquid. I don't know about the option market, but stock wise, it is very liquid. A lot did trade today. Let's take a look at KWEB is another. Now these two stocks are just ways to get exposure to China. You know, if someone wanted to play the COVID the COVID release or COVID restrictions, that they're releasing their restrictions or they're coming up off of them, letting people out the house. You know, if you want to play that, this is one of the ways. These are two of the ways that you could play it. You can see right here where we almost got like a head up there. See it? Got a head, shoulder, and that started your down move. Now, a lot of times at the end of down moves, I look for patterns as well. So you can see you came down here, you had a little triangle, like a little move here, it broke out. So you got here, broke to the downside, made this low, chopped, and then you got a low right here. So it's possible. Are we gonna see this take off some more, or is it gonna continue to the downside? It's possible. But if you're looking at it over the last 3 years, the high was 104. You at $31. So if the name of the game is to buy low and sell high, I'm willing to guess that this might be closer to the low. Be comfortable with your risk though. Just wanted to talk about some ways to play China. KWEB, FYI, those are two ways we got. And if you notice, the Chinese stocks or these Chinese ETFs are bouncing while our stocks are cratering. Let's take a look at Apple. Now, I think on my last video I told you about this low right here. See this low right here? Today we took it out. We took that low out. Now that low, if we go back, we took that low out. This was low back in June. And then before we had that bounce, then we had this bear flag here, and then boom. So we here. Now, I have a level down here in Apple. This is 114.61. I think it's gonna make it down here to 115. I actually do have a trade in Apple. I'm short in another account. So I will be careful though. It's not no, I don't think Apple's a bad company at all. It's probably one of the best companies in the world. I'm just looking at it technically. I got this bear flag here back in January. And look, I just think we're gonna end up somewhere down here before it's all said and done, and possibly down here at $100 at some point. Like this is a whole at some point. I just don't see the US market rebounding this year at all. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. We're either going sideways or we're gonna fall all the way out. That's my prediction. We're either going sideways or the market is going to crater. It's either gonna crash or we go sideways. I don't really see us getting bullish. I'm gonna go ahead and take this take that gap off because we don't filled it, and now we off to this downside right here. Let's extend this out, extend to the right. Here we go, guys. That's my next level right down there in Apple. So you can see the big boys are falling over here on our stock market, and the ETFs that are mirroring the Chinese stocks are beginning to bounce. Is that a tail or how you say it when you read now? Is that foreshadowing something in the future? Of China and the U.S. So we can kind of look at these stocks and see. I also want to give you guys a little. Let's take a look at. I like to look at the XLU. Let's see what the XLU did today. XLU was up today. This is utilities. So a lot of times when you hear people talking about sector rotation, utilities is something when a lot of the other stocks are down, you normally can find a little, you see how utilities is up. So, it's one of the places you can throw your money in when the rest of them, it's not like it won't go down, but a lot of times when you see utilities cratering like this, if I was to go look at XLE probably was going up when the utilities were coming down. What is this? So let's look at this. This was the end of September, October. So we'll say October. Now let's go back to the XLU. We'll look at what was it doing? Oh, it was up a little. It was up in October too. But in September, it was going down. So some of the times you can kind of bounce and play between XLU, XLE, XLF, which is the financials. XLE is energy. So you can kind of play between those, but none of them look bad. These are ETF sectors. And so when you try to play like sector rotations, you can come to these particular XLK, which is another one. That's your technology. So you can play between different sectors when a sector is hot. You can move your money around. You got gold was up on the day. I am bullish on gold this year. I do think that this is gonna be the year of gold. This is gonna be the year that gold runs up. I'm calling it now. So we got it. My next level in the gold in the gold rush is right up here on. We're looking at the gold futures. 1892 and a half. That's my next level. That's my next. You can see we had an up day. It was up 1% today. So I'm looking at gold to keep that run going. You see, I got a little pattern right here. I thought maybe it will break down a little bit and give you a better buying opportunity. But if it if it breaks out of this trend line and keeps going up, it's gonna hit this level right here. Because this was the first level, it hit it, and now we chopping around instead of going down. So the next move is up here at this level on gold. So it's always something to buy. So with that being said, guys, also let's take a look at the expected move before I wrap this video up. I like to look at the expected move that just kind of tell us what the SPX may give us this week. Let's go to 6. Basically, look just like last week. Look just like last week. Let's look at the trade tab. So for the rest of the week, when it's Friday is what? The 30th. So we got $55 more, plus or minus 55. We'll call it 56. Let's say 55.93. Plus or minus $56 for the rest of the week. So we got 3 more days to move $56. It's not a lot. And looking at the range, it's predicted that we'll chop a little bit. I could see that. So hey guys, if you got something out of this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share it. I'll be back with another video tomorrow. We'll talk about what the market's doing tomorrow. Maybe we'll go through maybe some possible trades. Right now, I wouldn't be trying to buy. I would not be trying to buy the option trades that I like around this time with volatility increasing or chopping around. I like selling stuff, selling iron condors, selling strangles, stuff like that, selling premium, maybe selling some put spreads. If you sell a put, just make sure you're comfortable with the risk. I like selling put spreads because then I can cap my loss by buying the wing. So with that, guys, I'm going to be out. See you tomorrow. Peace.